Aloha, Richard Halverson here. This is ICS321, and today is October 28th. And let me share my screen so we can see where we are. Okay, so we are. Okay, I'm going to go over this assignment today, but I just want to show you, see where we are. Let's look at the playlist to see what the last video was. And it was chapter 4, entity relationship diagrams. You should learn that. So if we look at the syllabus, we are in here somewhere. Database pro. Okay, so let's start Queen Anne, because Queen Anne, I think, has database procedures. Okay, so let's quickly do Queen Anne, and let's do the database part of Queen Anne and the SQL part just to get you going there, and then we can then next time we can maybe do the procedures. That's database programming. All right, so let's go here. Assignments. This is Queen Anne, database and SQL. Queen Anne and database and SQL. Well, don't put any mind to this. I didn't change that. I think I changed it. Anyway, don't worry about it. And you don't submit anything here. You do your work on your server, and then I check that by having this control panel thing, which looks just like, which does the same things as the auto grader does. It records the scores and everything. So this in this one, we're actually going to create the database, and then there's some SQL that goes along with it. I guess I do give you a video, don't I? Let's see what this video says. Oh, this must be the wrong video. Oh, wait, they're putting an ad in front of my video. What? Stop. Let's do this again. Wonder why this happens. Let's download a book. Skip ads. Okay. Here we go.
Aloha, Rick Halverson here, and this is ICS321. And in the next couple of 3-4 videos, I want to do assignment 5, the Queen Anne database. So let's see where we are in La Lima.
So you can skip all this part. Here's the old textbook.
We click on assignment 5 here. And so we're basically supposed to build up this database and create the database.
Did I give you everything? Let's see what I give you. Oh, anyway. So watch the video. Do I give you? Oh, I do give you the SQL. Okay, so here's the SQL, and we can just open it up, take a look at it. Looks like this. So I give you the SQL. Oh, I even give you the create tables. Oh, you don't have to do anything. You just have to run this. You just pop this in. And then, I give you a nice Excel file also. Okay, so I tell you what, why don't you just go try to do that on your own? I'll do some of these I'll do some of these SQL statements to get you started on those. I think I had a video on those. I probably did somewhere. Okay, so I'm going to go to fa21.ics321.com, and I got to put in my username and password. Oh, let's see. I'll do Joe Schmo. Let me see what my. Let's see. Let's see which Joe Schmo account. I haven't done this yet. let's see, we're talking about QACS. I haven't done either Joe Schmo. Neither Joe Schmo has done the QA. Okay, what happens if I just open this? Okay, I tell you what, I'm just gonna cut to the chase here. And here are only 8 of them? Oh, that's nice. All right, let's try to do some of these. All right. Write an SQL statement using a subquery to list last name, first name, and phone of the customer who made the purchase with sale ID number 1. Okay, so we need a customer. We need select last name, first name, phone. Should I make them bigger? And okay, so we're going to search out a customer. Where's customer? Okay, here's the customer table. And we want last name and first name and phone where customer ID equals it's sale ID number 1. Sale ID. Okay, this one. So it'd be this one, sale ID 1. So it's this customer ID, customer ID number 2. So we want to see, according to this table, are there 2 customer tables here? I think, do I give you both tables I test with? Oh no, well, okay, there's one table. So it would be Catherine Goodyear, right? Yeah, Catherine Goodyear. Anyway, so that's what our answer is going to be Catherine Goodyear at this phone number. I mean, yeah. So from, it's like this, from customer where customer ID equals, let's do a subquery, select. It's called customer ID. Select customer ID from sale. Is that what it's called? What's the table called? Sale. Sale where sale ID equals 1. Okay. So this subquery will return the customer ID where the sale ID is equal to 1. That's what we're asking for here. The customer who made the purchase with sale ID 1. So that's going to return a single customer. It's going to return a single integer. And so here, out here, we have a select statement where we're looking for the last name, first name, and phone number of the customer where the customer ID is equal to that. So, well, I can just select this and see that it's, so there. So we see what it does is it tests with this database table, and then does it do another one? Yeah, it does another one. See, in this one, the sale ID, the sale table is different. The sale ID number 1 gives us customer ID number 1 or something like that, I guess. Okay, so anyway, that's the answer. Okay, so the next time I'm going to try to give you less information. Okay, well, this is the same one, isn't it? Oh, made and full mailing address of customers who made the purchase with sale IDs 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so all All right, so I don't want to give, I guess this isn't really a, okay, well, anyway, let's just, so we're going to use join, and we're going to want to do a select, go in here, select last name, first name, and full mailing address. I guess that's, no way. All right, this doesn't have, oh, look at that. It's got a zip code table. It's got a zip code table. Oh, well, if it's got a zip code table, then the full mailing address. Oh, gee, I wonder how smart I am with this one. Okay, so the full mailing address would be the address, the zip code. Oh my gosh. Okay, the zip code. And I need the city also. The order doesn't matter, right? But I do need the city, and to get the city, I need to use this zip code table. So, all right, city and state. Oh, city and state. All right. Put city, state, zip. City, state, zip. So I want to select that from a customer. I need customer, and I need sale ID. I need sale, join. I gotta start doing some. Oh, wait a minute. All these okay, so the names of the columns are the same. The names of the columns are consistent, which means I can use natural join. I'm going to use natural. Do I have to? Oh, I better join on. Oh, I better not use natural join. I'll just use join. Join. Okay, I'm just going to try join. Join on. Okay, I'm going to have to do some. So I'm going to have customers. So I'm going to call this one C, and then I'm going to say join on. I need sale. Does sale goes right to customer? Sale and got customer. Okay. Join sale on. Oh, I better put a. I'm going to call that with S on S dot customer ID equals C dot customer ID. Okay, so I got that in there. And then I need to join because I want the zip code. Oh, I need the city and the state. Join. Now see, I'm just going to put join, but my habit would be to put left join because I don't know what gets eliminated when you. I don't know what records get eliminated on the left or what records get duplicated. So I don't know what customer records will get duplicated or deleted when I do a plain join because I'm not used to doing plain joins. And also plain joins are different in different databases or whether you're doing relational algebra or MySQL. So I like to be left join, inner join, but I'm not sure, and I don't remember. I wrote this question, so I'm just going to try this and see. And if it doesn't work, I'm going to try the other things. Okay, so I'm going to join that with oh, it's called zip code. What is it called? Zip code. It's called zip code. All caps. Join zip code. And I'm going to the alias is going to be Z on Z dot zip code. Z dot zip equals customer.zip. Okay. And we want where, okay, I'm going to submit this and see what I get. It's going to be wrong, but I'm going to see what I get. I get, oh, zip, oh, it is? Oh, I see, right. Oh, okay, I got to do, which zip do I want? Well, I'll do the customer zip. Doesn't matter, they're the same, but customer zip. Okay, so it doesn't match, but let's see what I got here in my submitted answer. I got the last name and the first name and the address and the city and the zip state and the zip. And the solution is the same columns. Okay, so I got the columns right. Doesn't matter that it's not in order. But what the natural, okay, so the way it tests to see if it's correct is it does the natural join of your submitted answer with the solution SQL, with the solution table, okay? And the records can be in a different order and the columns can be in a different order, but the column names have to match exactly, and the values of in each cell, you know, the records have to match exactly. Not the order of the cells, but anyway, you know what I mean. All right, see these are in a different order. But anyway, it turns out here, when you take the natural join of this with this, you end up with something that's different. Well, look, I just noticed this. And this has to do with the fact that we're joining instead of left joining, because we end up duplicating this Robert Shire thing. So to fix that, well, you can do this. You can do distinct. I'm going to try that and see what we get. And now we get distinct, and we see that the solution is exactly the same. No, the natural join of the submitted answer and the solution is exactly the solution. You know what that means? That means that the submitted answer contains in whole the solution. Okay. But the reason that these don't match is because the submitted answer has more rows than the solution answer. So the way we do that is we want to restrict. So we want to have a where clause in here, and it's going to be where something. And I'll let you fill in the where clause, but you want to eliminate the ones with sale ID 1, 2, and 3. So so you want to write a where statement where going into the sale table, the sale ID is only 1, 2, or 3. So you can do that. Okay, so you fix that. You put in the where clause here. All right, let's go to the next one, see what that's about. Write an SQL statement using a subquery to list the last name, the first name, and the full mailing address of customers who have made at least one purchase with a subtotal greater than 500. Okay, so in the past, I recall that students would, instead of putting greater than, they would put greater than or equal to, or some kind of funny thing, just something very subtle like that, and they wouldn't get the correct answer. So I'm just warning you about that. So keep that in mind. All right, so we're going to want, well, first of all, let's do the subquery first. And what the subquery is we're going to want the ID. We're going to want to select the customer ID because we want to be able to have something that we can go back and match the customer table with. We want to select customers out of the customer table based on customer IDs, and based on the customer IDs of those customers that have made at least one purchase with a subtotal greater than 500. So let's first of all find all the customers that have made at least one purchase with a subtotal greater than 500. So let's just find the customer ID. customer ID from sale. It's going to be sale. Oh, this is going to be complicated, isn't it? Does sale have a total, a subtotal? Oh, sales got a subtotal. That's nice. At least I don't have to at least I don't have to figure out what the subtotal is by adding up the items. The subtotal is already in there, so that's, oh no, it's adding up the sale items. Anyway, the subtotal is already in here, so I just want subtotals greater than 500. So I would want this one, and this way. Yeah. Anyway, so let's so I'm gonna list out the customer ID and the subtotal, just to check. You know, it's really only the customer ID I want, but to test my answer, to make sure that I only get customer IDs with a subtotal greater than me. So you can see what I'm doing here. Subtotal from sale where subtotal is greater than 500. Okay. And of course it's wrong, but all of these are customer IDs and these are subtotals, and they're coming from the sale table, and they all have a subtotal greater than 500. Okay, so this is the set. This column here, this column customer ID, this is the set of customers that we want to print out the last name, first name, and full mailing address. So it's going to be something like instead of where so this is the subquery. That's the subquery right there. And so what we want to do is this returns a set. This returns a set. And then we want select something from table, I'm sorry, from customers, where, and then we want to do, you know, customer ID in this thing. This is a set. Okay, now it's not going to be asterisk. It's going to be last name, first name, and full mailing address. That means we still have to do this join thing, don't we? Subquery won't work to get the mailing address. A subquery won't work. So you actually need to have that over here, and here you need to have a I would do a join with zip code, just like in the previous one. That's what you do. You do just like in the previous one. Join zip code on, and you gotta put some aliases here. You gotta make an alias here. See, so that, and so you have to put the rights, just like in the last one. Put the right fields here because you only want those fields. So you only want these fields, exactly these fields. And you may also decide that you can do a left join. There you go. You can do a left join, but if you do a left join, you won't have to do a distinct. But if you just do a join, then you got to put distinct here. Okay, so did you hear what I said? If you do join, try put distinct here. Otherwise, you can leave the distinct off and try left join. And that way, you know, I'm pretty sure that would work, but you can try it. So the joining is, you know, z.zip code, no, zip equals c.zip. And then I think this will work. So anyway, you can try this. What does this do? All right, the submitted answer is this. The solution answer is this. Notice the number of records is the same. 1, 2, 3, yes, 6. Okay, so I think we got, so that suggests we got the joining thing all correct. What we didn't get is the number of columns. The number of columns is wrong. We got all the columns, but look, it's having a problem with zip because it's ambiguous. So you got to put, so that's why this doesn't. So you have to identify the columns in here and make sure that when you come to identifying zip, that you put a Z in front of it or put a C in front of it, but C in front of it will because that's the original table. Anyway, so I think you can figure this one out. Let's go to the next one and see what that's about. What time is it? Write an SQL statement using the join syntax. This is like the other one, except for we're doing a join email address. Okay, so you're going to want, so you're going to want to select something, and I'm just going to put an asterisk, and you can figure that out. From, and it's going to come from customer. These all come from customer. They're all exactly from customer, right? Even email address. Okay, so that's all we need to do. But just put the right columns in there. And we want to, is this a join? Okay, so we want to join up sale table, I guess. Let's call this customer. And we want to join up the sale table. All right, let's join up the sale table. Sale S on S dot customer ID equals customer dot customer ID. And then what do I have? I want the subtotal where subtotal is greater than 500. Want that. What does this give me? Duplicates. Now, let me try this. I'm going to say left join, see what happens. No, it's not going to work. Left join won't. No, left join won't work because in the sale table there could be multiple customer, one customer could have multiple sales, and that's what's going to cause the duplication. So let me just see left join. Let's see what that does. Okay, this gave us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 records, some duplicates in there. Look at how many times Catherine is a big spender, yeah. All right, so let's see what this does. I do a left join and see the same number. Okay, so you can do a distinct. Well, I would first put these in there. Last name, first name, email. Put those right here, and see what comes out. And you're going to get the same number of records. So you're going to get 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then you do a distinct, and they'll be then Catherine Goodyear will only be in there once. So you should be able to fix it. All right, what's next? Write an SQL statement using a subquery to purchase an item that has an item price of $500 or more. Okay, so this is that tricky one where it's got to be greater than or equal to 500. And oh, look, it's the item price. Wow, this is going to be a tough one. Okay, so we want to, let's do the subquery first. We want to select a sale. We want to select it from a sale. We want, because from a sale, we want customers. First of all, let's select sales. Let's do this, select from sales. This is a subquery. So let's do this. This might be a this might be a subquery with a subquery. Let's select the items. Where's an item? Where are the items? Sale. Oh, okay. So I want to select all the items that are greater. I want to select all the items that have a price of $500 or more. So I want to select from items, item, where item price is greater than or equal to 500. It's $500 or more. So I'm going to take these stamp spaces out of there. Spaces. Okay, so this is what I want. These are the items. Let's see what this looks like. I forgot the word from. Okay, so this is all the items where the item price is greater than or equal to 500. Look at that. There's an exactly 500. Okay, so from this I want to. Okay, so this is the set of items that that are greater than or equal to $500. Okay, so let's start there. Now let's find the sale. Let's find the sale. We got to go to the sale. What does the sale table have? Sale, is there a item? Sale. Ooh, I got to go through sale item, don't I? All right. Let's make this as subquery as we can. Okay, I mean, my inclination would be to start joining tables, but I'm going to be a purist in this one. But by the way, for my auto grader, you only need to have one subquery for it to pass the auto grader. It just looks for one. But let's try to do. I've done this before, so I'm going to try something new. Okay, so these are all the items, and then what I want from that, I want all of the select from the sale item. I gotta get this table name straight. From the sale underscore item. From the sale underscore item. Select from the sale underscore item table. Select from the sale item table where item ID equal. This is these are items. I want item IDs. Okay, now I got to specify item ID. I want to select the item. I want to select the set of item IDs from item where the item price is greater than 500. So, and now I want to select all of the records in sale item, which connects to a sale, where the item ID is in the set, is in this set. Okay, so these are all of the sale IDs. So these are all the records out of the sale item table. That would be this table. All the records out of here, where the item ID. Oh, look, I could have just gone straight to this table because the item price is in here. Well, I didn't. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that, people. But this is okay. So I'm just going to go. So forget about what I had before. I'm just going to go straight to this. Okay, so it's this. This is the sale item table, and this should. So these are all the sale items. These are all the. Okay, so I want the set of sale ID. So sale ID. So these are all the sale IDs. These are all the sale IDs that have an item in it in the sale that is greater than or equal to $500. And oh, by the way, look, it's got duplicates in there. We can take care of the duplicates now if we want to, or not. I'm not going to bother taking care of them now. Okay, so now from that, I want to get the sale. I want to map this into the sale table. This is going to be a set. It's okay if it's got duplicates, I'm sure. And I'm going to say select. What time is it? I got to get out of here. Select from the sale table where sale ID is in this set. Okay, let's see what this gives me. Okay, so these are the this is out of the sale table, and these are all the sales that had an item in it that's greater than or equal to $500. And then from that, I need to know the last name, first name, and full mailing address. So I got to do the join on the full mailing address. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I got to do the join. There. Okay, so these are a bunch of sales, and so from that, I want customers. I really want customers. So this gives me a set of customers. And then I gotta, then I guess gotta go into the customer table. Okay, so select, and I'm just gonna do last name, first name, zip code, and you can do the join and get the address in the city. Okay, you can do that. I'm just gonna do this part. And from the customer table, where customer ID is in this set. Okay, that's a set. Let's see what this gives me. Okay, so this gives me the set of customers that bought something, that went and bought, that went to this went. This is a set of customers that bought something that costs $500 or more. That's what this is. The set of customers that bought something, that bought an item that's $500 or more. And here, this is nice because it gives you the final solution. This is a solution, and oh look, it's the same people. Enquist, yeah, it's the same people. And all you need to do to fix this is to find. And look. When you take the natural join of what we just submitted and the proper solution, you get a table that is exactly the same as the proper solution. So we're very close. That means that all of the that would mean that this is completely contained in this. And that would mean that we got the right names. We only need to find the address. All we need to do is find the missing columns. And you do that by joining the zip code table. And that'll give you the address in the city and the state. All right, so you should be able to do that one. What's next? Write an SQL statement using join to list the $500 or more. This is the same tricky thing. It's greater than or equal to. So, and we're using joins this time. Joins are easier. This is going to be something like select last name, first name, phone number from customer, and I'm going to do a C, and I'm just going to, well, you can put distinct there if you want to. Join sale on S customer ID equals C customer ID. Join sale item I'm going to call it I on I dot sale ID equals S dot sale ID. Now let's see what this gives us. Oh, I'm going to include this isn't going to work, is it? It might work. I'm going to do this item price just because I want to see. So what do I get? Let's see. I get this. Oh, there's we have okay. So every one of the let's just if we have this, and if we isolate, if we just look at the ones where the item price is greater than or equal to 500. So what happens if we just do that? Where item price, there's only one of them, is greater than or equal to 500. What does this give us? Okay, so these are all the people who have who bought something, who went there and bought something that costs $500 or more. Yeah, they're all $500 or more. But there's duplicates. So now if you do a distinct on all four if you do a distinct on all four of these, you're just going to get this table. Okay, but if you do a distinct on just the three that they're looking for, last name, first name, phone number. In other words, if you get rid of this one, get rid of that, and then you got to do a distinct because there'll be duplicates. Then that should get you the right answer. That should get you this answer right here. See, so if we take out item price and we do a distinct, it looks like we get the solution. So you can do that times it. Okay, question 7. In this part, we're supposed to write an SQL statement to list last name, first name, and full mailing address of the customers who purchased an item that was supplied by a vendor with a company name that begins with that. Okay, so first of all, let's try to find out who that vendor is. So let's select. I guess gotta look at what that looks like. Vendor. So I'm selecting a vendor again. Begins with a company name that begins with that. Okay. So here's the vendor. So I want to select vendor ID where company name begins with L. That's just 2 of these places, I guess. Company name, vendor ID, vendor. Okay, so select from vendor where company company name is like something that starts with an L and then can have more letters. So I want this. What does this look like? This is these 2 companies, and lo and behold, they both begin with L. Okay, so that's the vendor ID, and who purchased an item that was supplied by the vendor. Okay, an item that was supplied. So let's see, purchased an item. Okay, let's look at items. Let's look at items that were supplied by these vendors. Okay, so let's look at some items. Items, vendor ID. Okay, so let's look at all the items that were supplied by this vendor ID. So I'm just gonna say vendor ID. Yes. So all I want is vendor ID. Okay, that's all I really want out of this table. And that's going to be a set. And from that set, I would like all of the items with that vendor ID. So I want to select from item where vendor ID is in that. See what this gives me. Okay, so we see vendor ID 1 and 3, which are the ones we're looking for, because vendor ID 1 and 3 are the ones that start with L, 1 and 3. And so of 1 and 3, we want to look at the items. So 1 and 3 would be like these 3, and this one, or this one, you know, there's a bunch of them, okay? Which ones? It looks like it's these ones. Vendor ID 1, these are all the items. These are items that were made, that were supplied by these vendors. Is that right? Supplied. Okay, and so now we want to know the list of customers that purchased this item. Well, how do we find that out? Let's see, customers purchase items. What is this big thing? It's just a big mess. Customers, sale item, okay, so sale item. So let's find the sales. Sale item. Let's find the sale ID of these. Let's find the sale ID of these sale items, right? Okay, so that would be, so let me, really, I just want the item ID. Okay, so really, I just want the item ID. And I want to find all of these sales of this item. So I go select from sale item where item ID is in this set. Let's do the set thing down here, I guess. Okay, these are all the sale items. Submit this, and so these are the sale IDs. These are all the sale ID, sale item 1 and item ID, right? Item. Okay, so so these are all the sales IDs here. These are all the sales, and so now we have to find last name of customers who purchased an item that was supplied by the vendor. Okay, so now we're going to do, we have sale ID, and we're going to look in sale. We have sale ID. How does that get connected to customer? Sale ID gets connected to customer by sale. Oh, okay, so select this. I want the sale ID. So now I want to select from sales where sale ID is equal to this, in this set. So these are all the sales. So these are all the sales. And so now I got to look for the customer ID from here. So I'm going to do select from this set. I really only want the sale ID. No, I want the customer ID from here. Is this right? No. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. This is right. Yeah, this is right. Select from customer where customer ID is in the set. And that gives me this set of customers. Now, if we look here, we see that the only problem with this answer, with our submitted answer, is the column. There's too many columns, because look, this is exactly the same as this, and so this must be a proper subset of this, and it is. It's same number of records, but we don't need all of these. We only need this, 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 and this. It looks like we need to do a join here. So let me do join. Oh geez, this is going to be a real problem. Okay, join. Zip code on, and I got to start naming these things now. This is going to be S. This is going to be C. This is going to be Z. On Z zip equals C zip. Now, I don't think I need to. Don't think I need to do anything else. Let's see what this gives me. This gives me unable to export duplicate zip. Okay, the reason there's a duplicate, so because we're trying to. Okay, well, there's two zips in here. Why does that cause a problem? Okay. Well, anyway, number of rows is the same. Okay, and what if I couldn't execute the? Oh, it's because it's trying to do a natural join, this on this, and there are two zips in this relation. So we can only have one zip. So anyway, you should be able to fix this. All you gotta do is put the right columns in here, and I'm quite sure it'll work. So why don't you try to do that? Let's look at the last one. Write an SQL statement to show the sum of some. Oh, yeah, this is a tough one. I wonder how I test if it's sorted. Right, okay. All right, so write an SQL statement to show the sum of the subtotal for each customer. The sum of the subtotal for each customer. Subtotal? Subtotal of what? Subtotal. Where's the subtotal? Total 2. Okay, subtotal. So we're going to sum up these subtotals here for the customers, for each customer. Okay. So how about it's sale and customer ID? Looks like we only need those two columns. So it's something like select something from sale, left join customer. I'm just going to do natural join. Okay, first, this work. Let me take a look at see this. What is this give me? Okay, this is all the sales. There's 13 columns. There's 15 rows here because these are all sales, right? So I'll tell you what, I'm just going to sort by sales. Order by sale ID, just because I want to see the order by the sale ID. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And it is those are the sale IDs, because if we go down here and look at sale, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like that. Okay, now another thing I've noticed here is that there are 15 rows, only 10 rows in the solution. Oh, okay, it's because we have to sum it up. Okay, so so next we have to let's sum up what's supposed to be in the final thing. Customer ID, first name, last name, phone, and calculate results. So I'm going to take this, select this, plus the sum of subtotal as sum of subtotal. From that, what do we order? What do we have to order this by? Customer ID in descending order? Why did I have you do that? Who knows? But okay, so customer ID, descending order. And we need to group by customer ID because we're grouping up the customers. We're grouping up the, we're taking all, each customer or each sale, for each customer, we're grouping up their sales. So it's grouped by customer ID. So it should be something like this. Well, I got that one. I guess I gave that last one to you. So anyway, I have finished up the assignment for QACS SQL questions. So hope that helped. Thanks for watching.